The Minister of Police, Mthunu, says police are now intensifying efforts to root out the mafias in 4 provinces.
He was addressing Parliament on his plans to deal with the proliferation of extortion syndicates. There has been a sharp increase in reports of protection rackets in the country.
You
would have assumed that there's something bigger that he's going to demonstrate, only to find that his air would push him to put his hand right into the mouth of the lion.
General, what happened?
Yes, thank you very much. This afternoon, members of the police that are dealing with extortion-related cases, that we call the extortion-related members that are dealing with extortion, we're busy with some patrols, destructive operations in the area of Mthatha West, Mandela Park to be specific. Yes, during the search, they happened to search a vehicle that was claimed to be a vehicle of the so-called traditional leader of the area. The search continued and they found firearms. Those firearms were found to be having permits. Later on, the police withdrew back to their base. When they arrived at the base, they noticed that they are being followed by 2 vehicles. Inside the base, a challenge took place. Apparently, the occupants of the 2 vehicles asked some question as to why they are being harassed. An argument ensued and there was a shootout out of that.
So is the suspect who shot first at the police?
It is the suspect, allegedly, who shot first at the police. As a result, one of the police officers was injured in the leg, and the shooting resulted in 3 of the occupants being shot and fatally wounded.
Okay, we understand that one of the suspects who were fatally killed is the traditional leader of Mthatha West called Dalinzolo Mareke, who was alleged to be the extortionist in the area. Can you confirm the name of the other 2?
No, at this stage we cannot confirm the name of the other 2, but the one, the so-called the traditional leader, has been identified as Mareke, and he has always been notorious for the cases of extortion in the area.
The self-proclaimed chief of Mthatha West, Sakumzi Mareke, is asking community members for R100 per household to fund a lawsuit against King Buyelekhaya Dalindyebo, who accused him of criminal activities.
Do you understand? If you are an Abatembu chief, you must be introduced to me. I must know you. Just like I know generals who are ruling this area. They are introduced to me. I know them. And when they go, I know that they are going. Now, which one is this one?
Finally breathe a sigh of relief after the killing of suspected Mthatha extortionist, that's Dalinzolo Mareke. Now, Mareke had been linked to several cases of extortion incidents in that area, which of course he denied.
Unfortunately, it takes a certain level of thinking and mind to show a certain type of reaction, irrespective of the person's position. I could not believe my ears, because death is death in the first place. We don't celebrate when someone dies in our culture, whether he was a strong, well-known criminal. It's not for us to judge. The unfortunate part of it is that as much as I knew he invited his death, I saw it coming, but I didn't see it this soon coming, because people had lost confidence. People did not know where to go to cry to. And it was just my word trying to convince them that the law will take its course. And unfortunately, my intelligence is very advanced. I was miles and step ahead. I knew that there is no government that would allow a lawbreaker and somebody who is bringing uncertainty to the citizens to an extent that they don't feel safe and secured. Automatically, the good will always win against the bad. Even those that are supporting him, they definitely expected that out of the good, the wrong will come out. So
what I'm saying, in fact, is that no one must compromise the continuation of studies by kids, because that's our future leadership. That's our future in the essence. So if anybody is so arrogant as to do that, then that person respects nobody at all. And we cannot give no respect to no one whose position comes from that point of arrogance.
This must reflect badly on the Abatembu kingdom. Is he Abatembu chief?
What Abatembu chief? I don't even know the bastard. Do you understand? If you are an Abatembu chief, you must be introduced to me. I must know you. Just like I know generals who are ruling this area. They are introduced to me. I know them. And when they go, I know that they're going. Now, which one is this one? Unless these politicians are actually entertaining corruption in this highest level.
Now that the learners and the teachers are coming back to school tomorrow, what are you going to do, King, to make sure that they are safe?
The police will be making show rounds here. I will be coming myself at 8 o'clock here in the morning as I've spoken. School must continue here. If anyone wants to abuse teachers or children, then they must start with us.
Yo Bongani, yazi indlela endivuya ngayo endinemincili ngayo. UThixo ude wasiphendula. Usiphendulele mani kwaNonkobe. Yazi lo mfana lo kuthiwa ngusakhe Mareke. Kuthiwa ubulewe, udutyuliwe. Andisavuyi. Thixo ndixolele ukuba ngabana ndisisono esi sokuvuya xa kufe umntu. Usibulalele laa mfana, usibulalele thu ekhaya yabantu. Wabulala umalumekazi wam, wabulala umntana kamalume wam. Last week bekungcwatywa umfana kwaNonkobe ebekwadutyulwe kwanguye. Yo uThixo mkhulu Bongani.
I'm not a cowboy. Listen, I'm gonna make you sweat, make you wet, make you wet, wet, wet. I'm gonna make you scared, little baby, pissing in your pants of pressure.
Vault unlocked.
Hello, what is up, you dazzling diamonds and the others? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Linda Kyle, and this is the Vault. Anyway, you guys, let's jump straight into this video. Alrighty then, you guys, if you guys haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you guys do enjoy my videos, please do click on the thank you button. And before you guys leave out of here, please do drop me a comment in the comment section down below, right? In this video, you guys, we are going to be talking about the elimination of Dalinzolo Mareke. Now, he's said to be one of the top dogs in the whole protection fee syndicate situation. He's actually said to be a self-appointed chief of the people, Basimtata. But the people that are actually in power say that they don't know who he is.
What Abatembu chief? I don't even know the bastard. Do you understand? If you are an Abatembu chief, you must be introduced to me. I must know you. Just like I know generals who are ruling this area. They are introduced to me. I know them. And when they go, I know that they're going. Now, which one is this one?
Or rather, who he was. Because right now, as it stands, Dalinzolo has been taken out. He has left the building. He is no longer participating in this game of life.
I've seen that there are levels indeed. There are no generals or captains that would allow a young boy who has not seen it all to gallivant and humiliate them like that. We give thanks to that, and we hope they will continue to work on the ground. Right. And it must be known, it's not the parliamentarians who know what is happening on the ground. They must go back to the drawing board and put emphasis and shine on community leaders. Because if it was not for King Dalindyebo and myself as a woman, South Africa would still not know what is happening.
Apparently, he was taken out with his crew because they were actually following the cops. Wanting to find out from the cops, why are you guys always questioning us? You guys are always putting this heat on us. We did nothing type of situation. And then one thing led to another. One of the guys, his crew members or his bodyguards started to shoot. One of the cops actually got injured, but is still alive. Thank the good Lord. Right? And then when the cops retaliated, they finished them off. His name came up in that whole protection fee situation as one of the top dogs. You know, when I watch that guy's videos, and I've seen a few, I don't look at him as a top dog in this whole syndicate, this whole situation. He speaks, the way he speaks, it seems like he has a certain stutter or he's not sure of himself. He wasn't, because he's no longer here, giving confident man who knows what he's talking about. He was giving, I'm a bit unsure, but I'm trying to convince you of what it is that I am saying.
Do you know about the cell phone tower? Are you demanding that portion of the rent from the cell phone tower should come to you?
Yeah, ndiyasho njalo ne. Umuntu ebechiphele ngibani? Mamno Italy. Mamno Italy.
Mamno Italy.
Yes.
Okay. So does that mean that the demand for the rental is on behalf of the chief?
He's one of the most severe stutterers I have ever seen.
Khrizani Dikolina ifata zonke indawo ezo ne. Ngoko ezindawo yonke le ndawo iphansi kwabantwana kompheko. Uma no Italy usempheko ne into esihlulayo thina njengenkosi ezikhoyo ebuhlayini ne siyakwazi wasireport kuye ne. Ngoko ngoku abantu bebesenza ilanto ikomiti zezinkosi zesipaka zifo besebenza nobani nomamno Italy.
Apparently, allegedly, he was part of the extortion people that caused that school, Mtata, to get closed down. Not closed down, but the kids and the staff of the school refused to go to school. Or were told, don't go to school because it's dangerous. We're not going to pay this protection fee type of situation. Many people have perished because they said they're not going to pay the protection fee. Many people have had to run away from that area because they said they were not going to pay the protection fee. Apparently, allegedly, many people have perished at the hands of Dalinzolo. There's a group of people, I've heard the voice notes that are circulating around WhatsApp, that are happy that this man is finally out of the picture. This guy, in one of his interviews, when this whole protection fee situation started to trend, said that the people of his community actually appointed him as the chief of the people. He was going to be the guy that was going to take the matters to the appropriate people, or any grievances that the people on the ground had. He's like the middleman, the body corp, if you will. He said that people appointed him. And however, on these WhatsApp voice notes, people are celebrating that this guy has perished because they say that he was causing drama in their lives. Family members of theirs have perished because of this guy, because they refused to pay the protection fee. Here's the thing. If you live by the sword, you're going to die by the sword type of situation. Every clever has its day. Every bully has its day. Majority of people classify this guy as a bully. But you know where I think he drew his strength? The fact that he had weapons and big guys and bodyguards and his crew that was rolling around with him that had weapons. And they meant business. They eliminated people, apparently, allegedly. Obviously, the rest of the community is going to be scared when they hear the hems. If you don't do what they say type of situation, you're out of here. Because Usman Bani passed away because they didn't comply. He was brandishing weapons, posting the videos, him and his people. Looking like a big, strong man. And yet, when you listen to him speak, he doesn't seem like a confident young lad.
You would have assumed that there's something bigger that he's going to demonstrate, only to find that his air would push him to put his hand right into the mouth of the lion.
You know that cop guy that they've been talking about from KwaZulu-Natal? I can't remember his name. The one that is cleaning up the streets and involved in this whole extortion situation. That's a man. He speaks with confidence, perfect posture, man in a uniform. He just looks so crisp. He looks like a hero. This guy.
Ntandla Mkhwanazi. He must be the commissioner of police, that guy, or anyone similar to that guy. I told Becky Tele when we were in that place where the whites were trying to destroy a police station. Senegal, where it was me and Mkhwanazi came, I said to Becky, this is the guy who must be a police commissioner, not these things you are offering to us all the time, who are driven by corruption and not to protect the streets and protect the integrity of the uniform. Go and look at Ntantla Mkhwanazi. Even his posture. The uniform not the make cover. Ntantla Mkhwanazi, when you look at him, you see a man in uniform who's disciplined, who's determined to deal with crime.
You see what I mean? Now, when you compare the two, this one is getting some kind of authority because he's a bully and people fear him. I told you guys about this. There's a difference between respect and fear. He was feared. But this cop guy is respected. And even the way that he carries himself, it's juicy. It's nice. It's like, wow, look at you in your uniform. You're a man. You're a man's man. You're about to do some things. You're taking action. This guy was brandishing weapons. Just, you know what I mean? This is the guy. You see that picture? When he was gunned down, people are now commenting in comment sections and saying that he didn't see it coming. If you don't get it, forget about it. Type of situation.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
It's never a rejoiceful moment when people get eliminated. But if the people of your community are rejoicing that you're gone because you were freaking them out, because of your freaky ways, because you had weapons that you were brandishing, threatening them, not only threatening them, eliminating them, running people out of your state, your community, of course we're going to be happy. Apparently, allegedly, there was a school that actually had to shut down because of the extortion stuff. And after this guy was taken out, kids are back at school. It's a problem when you start messing with the kids and their education. You are not a hero. You are not a man's man. You are not important in that way. You are not even respected. There's a difference between fear and respect. And I told you guys, I would rather always have respect than to be feared. People that are feared, their demise is inevitable. Always. Because nobody really likes them. People might be at your beck and call, but it's only because they're scared of you. And that's the last level. If you're eliminating people, that's the last level of fear. It's one thing to be beaten up by someone you're scared. But someone to finish you off, you ain't coming back. It's a problem. And how did he lose that eye? I suspect, it's the point I was trying to make before. I know I kind of hop and skip around. I suspect that that guy's fear came from Ubungoma. I suspect that that guy was seeing traditional healers and stuff like that. I remember when I was younger, Benklai Dobsonville at Block 7, there was this guy that everybody feared. I feared him too. We heard the stories. And one of the stories were that if this guy this guy, he's a gangster, but he never gets locked up or killed because if they shoot him, the bullet just kind of bounces off of him. You know, these voodoo things that they always speak about. So we were always so afraid of that guy. That guy would walk around with a gun, broad daylight. Nobody would say or do anything because he was feared. And he was one of those gangsters that people knew he frequents these Sangoma people. So it was like he was untouchable. I saw an episode, man, on McG. McG was speaking of a white Afrikaner man during the apartheid time, right? And this guy actually consulted with a Sangoma. He was bad. He was really, really bad. If I can find the clip again, and I hope I do, I'll insert it. He was really, really bad. And nobody could take him out. And apparently, allegedly, they couldn't take him out because he was frequenting the Sangoma person. Like in the story I told you about the guy, I was younger, at Block 7. They consult with these witches that make them untouchable. And the Sangoma people tell them, you could never be shot. You are not going to die. But guess what happened to that apartheid guy? That apartheid guy slept with a lady. Woman will always be your weakness. As strong and mighty as you think you are. They say behind every great man is a strong woman. Something like that. That's the truth. So he was bang-banging this lady. And then he confessed in his moment of weakness to the lady, they can't assassinate me. And she was like, why? And he's like, they can't shoot me because I went to this Inyanga person. Oh, white dude. Kanti, this lady is an op. She don't like this guy. She don't really like this guy. She told the other nigga that the reason why people had tried to shoot him, but it never worked. It's on McG's channel. Interesting. The reason why people that have tried to shoot this guy and they can't kill him is because you can't shoot him. Because he's doing these Sangomarism things. He can't be shot. So that other guy was like, oh, he can't be shot? That means I could stab that mother. You know what I mean? And he did it. He stabbed him. The lady that was sleeping with that white guy told her other lover he can't be shot. And he was like, if he can't be shot, there must be another way. I'm going to stab him. And he stabbed him and he died. That guy got locked up. Apparently, allegedly, he's supposed to be one of the heroes, like about Nelson Mandela. But his name just fizzled out because he did this big crime. But he was doing it, or his cause was the same as Abu Mandela. He had to take this other guy out.
What happened, bro? What happened? This is insane. I heard about this week. It's quite lengthy, but listen to this, Ghost Lady. I had never heard about this. Maybe someone in the room has. It's insane, bro. Listen to this. So, Hendrik Verwoerd,
Yes.
right, the architect of apartheid.
Yes.
He was murdered by a guy called Dimitri Tsavagas. I could be getting the name wrong.
Yeah, that's the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He stabbed him in Cape Town, right?
Yeah, in Parliament.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, what happened is that Hendrik Verwoerd thought very little of black people, but there was one guy who he valued very highly. His name was Sutunza. He was a famous Sangoma from Lusiki. And he used to consult with this Sangoma, right? And one of the biggest powers from Sutunza is that he had the power of making sure you can never get killed by a gun. Like it's one of the powers that he had as a Sangoma. So Hendrik Verwoerd would consult the Sangoma, right? What was discussed, it's not known. And you can try fact check the story as I'm talking about it, but it's not on the internet, but you can just kind of collaborate with the names and whatever I'm saying, right? So now, one day at a rancho, so after Hendrik Verwoerd had consulted with this Sangom, 2 years later at a rancho, there was a guy called David Pratt who tried to shoot Hendrik Verwoerd in the face twice. And he didn't die. He survived, right? And then there was a guy, like I mentioned earlier on, Dimitri Tsavagas. So Dimitri Tsavagas, he was a Greek guy. He was opposed apartheid. He hated the whole thing. So he started dating this black girl. And during pillow talk, while dating the black girl, she told him that, hey, Hendrik is meeting a Sangoma and he can't be killed by bullets. So that's how Tsavagas went to parliament and killed him with a knife. He stabbed him to death. You know what I mean?
Wow, because he had intel.
He had intel.
Oh, wow.
And then what happened after that is because Tsavagas was scared that he'd be hung because the death penalty was there at the time during apartheid. Ne?
Yeah.
He faked being insane and he said there was a tapeworm in his stomach. And he said the tapeworm told him to kill Hendrik Verwoerd.
Yeah.
So because of that, so instead of hanging him, they sent him to a mental institution. And then when apartheid was finished, they never considered him like a struggle hero because technically he was considered
He's a
insane.
murderer.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Not
insane.
insane.
Okay. Oh, yes.
And then what happened is that when apartheid ended, even though he was the longest serving political prisoner in the history of SA, he died while still in captivity. And he was buried in an unmarked grave with less than 10 people.
I suspect that Dalinzolo, Mareke, was also consulting one of those people. But his time was up. Or maybe he didn't complete one of the rituals. There's no way. I watched one of the interviews with that guy. There's no way so many people could have feared that guy. I've seen other scary guys. He was in jail. And in the cells, he's like, people don't even come to visit me like a basook. I want to kill them all. That guy. This guy.
Yeah, to know what's happening. Well, days are dark, friends of yours. I don't want any friends anymore. Now I'm here in prison. No one wants to look me here invisible like a basook. I want to kill all of them, man.
You see what I mean? That guy is kind of really scary. I could see a community of people fearing that guy. And now he's like a TikToker and he's getting booked and stuff. He's out now. He really is. I've been stumbling across many of his videos. He's a different man now, apparently, allegedly. But he still bullies people on the videos. It's crazy. I told you. People change, but they don't change completely. They still have that darkness in them. And that's with everyone. You, me, everyone. And that's why you keep going back to the things that you have repented from. The things that God has saved you from. You keep going back. You can't help it. You're human. Not even dirt and darkness now. We all do. But we work at it every single day. It's hard, but it shouldn't be so hard. But it is. You can't help it. You can't help but to want to feed your flesh type of situation. But you must resist. Kumele uyincishe inyama yakho. I suspect that guy was doing 33 to vigorize himself and to also he thought that he was getting respect from the people, but it was fear. That's what they want. And I'm pretty damn sure when he was consulting, apparently, allegedly, he tells us, I want to be feared by people. Because even the bodyguards that he has or the people that were around him looked much bigger and scarier than what he did. He didn't speak with confidence. There's this thing about certain men. When they speak, they command the room. That guy, like a child. But for some reason, people were scared of him. And also, he had weapons. But he couldn't see what was coming. He thought he was so dangerous. He could follow the cops, start some dramas, and get away with it. Until that was doomsday, because why? Everything is closing in. God is fixing these things. Look at how many Sangomas this past week have been going through a lot of things. And I'm so shocked that some of you in my comment sections saying, you can never make me hate Usman. But I told you in my video, I'm not trying to make you hate anyone, but you are showing yourselves and how dark and dirty you are. If a Sangoma is telling you that I help Inkabi, it's as bad as Inkabi. If you help killers, you are as bad as the killer. That's why people get arrested for hiding criminals, fugitives, because you are as bad as them. It's you agreeing with their dirt. Mara, however, you say that you support these Angoma people that you love so much. You can never make me hate them. It's fine. I'm not trying to make you hate them. I'm trying to make you see the truth. You are as bad as them. If one of your family members was taken out by these Sangomarism people or by Inkabi, that the Sangomarism person is helping, you'll be pissed. It's a different story. But because you are hypnotized by the ZBGBs, you are weak. Some of you are. It's not everyone. But damn, the responses I've gotten, it's a lot and it's quite scary. Right? Dalinzolo was taken out, said to be part of these extortionist people. He tried to come out to say that I'm not. But the interviewer in one of the interviews was asking him, is it true that you are demanding 100 rand from all the community members to deal with your legal battle? He confessed that yes, I am. And then the interviewer asked him, Muguti, and if they don't pay, then what do you do? Now this is where the lie comes in. He said that, no, we just leave them alone. No. That's the whole extortion protection fee situation comes in. And he said that he was voted in by the people. And yet the actual rulers, Mtata, are saying, we don't know this guy. We don't know this boy. They have to go through us first before they can become a chief. We don't know this thug. We don't know this thug. So good job to the cops. Maranakona, when it's your time, it's your time. God gives you a chance. But when it's time, it's time. He should have known that they were closing in. He should have known. But he was so confident and arrogant because why? It is ZBGB. They think that these things are going to protect them forever. Like I said, isn't it crazy how a lot of Sangoma people or ZBGB people or the Greys, the Navy Greys, have been going through something this week. It's September. It's one of those months. Again. It is. It really is. Watch yourself. He was lying when he said, if they don't want to pay the 100 rand, we just let them go. And yet he had just said in the beginning of the sentence, yeah, we are demanding it from them. And why are people out there now on WhatsApp celebrating? The WhatsApps are going around. Yay, finally. People are even saying that we are moving back to Mtata because this guy is gone. But here's the catch. Here's the problem. This guy wasn't the biggest in this whole operation. And I can tell because of the way he spoke. He didn't speak with authority. Even if he had ZBGBs protecting him and they expired, he didn't speak with authority. Like that cop guy I was talking about, that man, yes, sis, he speaks, his voice just carries weight. You know, a real man is going to get shit done the right way. Right? There are people above this guy. And if you take one of their people, supervisors, there's another one that is coming in. Because they don't want to stop this extortion stuff. It might seem like the cops are closing in. They even said the cops would say, there's political affiliations in this thing. There's no way it can happen for this long. And like this. Konindwa off. So there's going to be another one that is going to come up. That has probably even been groomed to take his place. You never even know, because they were saying that some of the cops are involved in this extortion stuff. So when that shootout happened, maybe he was mugged that day because he's an irritation. Now he's doing interviews. He's a problem. He must be taken out. That's how it works. We've seen the movies. But there's another one that they're going to raise up. Another young man. Then they're going to tell him, go to that nyanga uzokuqinisa. They're going to brandish their weapons, instill fear in the community. On and on and on and on and on. I can only hope that the cops will really close in by this thing. But that would be in a perfect world. The world operates, functions with these criminals. It's like they are part of the food chain, some way, somehow. Good job to the cops. Keep doing what you're doing. And then keep doing it even more. Don't give up. Help these people. Anyway, if you guys haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you guys do enjoy my videos, please do click on the thank you button. And before you guys leave out of here, please drop me a comment in the comment section down below. Draw closer to God. God should be, at this point, your number one everything. You should be in constant communication and prayer throughout the day with the good Lord. It is not to say that if you are in constant prayer, bad things will not happen to you, because the bad people will still come. They are still bad, right? But when you get yourself in that mix, in that mess, God will save you. You might get stabbed, shot, who knows? But God will save you. Because the creeps will keep on coming. They don't stop. They're lazy. They're thirsty. They're power hungry. They are grimy. And they are navy gray. I need. They are. Anyway, stay safe, you guys. I absolutely love you. But God loves you more. So love Him. And draw closer to God. Right? See you in the next one. Bye.